British number 2 Dan Evans was outclassed as Swiss great Roger Federer rediscovered his best form to ease into the US Open fourth round. 37-year-old Federer played with his trademark fluency in a 6-2, 6-2, 6-1 victory on Arthur Ashe Stadium. The third seed had dropped the first sets in both of his previous two matches, but played this tie with an element of swagger, much to the enjoyment of the crowd. Five-time champion Federer, who lost in the last 16 last year, will play Belgium 15th seed David Goffin next. 7th seed Kei Nishikori was knocked out of the US Open by 20-year-old Australian Alex de Minaur in the third round. The Japanese, runner-up here in 2014, went 2 sets down before a brief fight back in a 6-2, 6-4, 2-6, 6-3 defeat. De Minaur moved into the second week of a Grand Slam for the first time as he defeated the world number 7 in 2 hours and 48 minutes. The victory carries added significance for the Sydney native, who overturned a 0-11 record against top 10 opponents. Novak Djokovic eased into the fourth round after defeating American Dennis Kudla in straight sets 6-3, 6-4, 6-2. The Serbian's victory means he will next face Swiss Stan Wawrinka, who reached the fourth round for the first time since winning the title in 2016. The Swiss 23rd seed edged a tight encounter with the Italian Paolo Lorenzi 6-4, 7-6, 7-6. Belgium's David Goffin beat Spaniard Pablo Carreño Busta 7-6, 7-6, 7-5, and as aforementioned will next take on 20-time Grand Slam champion Roger Federer in the last 16. Number 2 seed Ashley Barty has returned to the second week of the US Open, coming through a competitive match 7-5, 6-3 over number 30 seed Mariah Sakkari in 1 hour and 26 minutes. The Australian made her debut in the fourth round of a Grand Slam here last year, but arrives this year as the front-runner to return to the world number 1 spot after the tournament. Today's win, Barty's fourth in 5 meetings over Sakkari, will boost her hopes further. It also means Barty is the only player to have reached the second week of every major in 2019. 6-time champion Serena Williams is safely through to the fourth round after a routine victory over Czech Karolina Muchova. The American won 6-3, 6-2 after converting 5 of 9 breakpoints against the Wimbledon quarter-finalist. Williams was broken back midway through the second set, but it was an otherwise flawless display. The 37-year-old, who is still seeking to equal Australian Margaret Court's all-time record of 24 Grand Slam singles titles, will play Croatian 22nd seed Petra Martic in round 4. Reigning WTA Finals champion Elina Svitolina surged past teenage compatriot Diana Yastremska in 2 emphatic sets to reach the second week of the US Open for the third time. In an all-American clash under the lights of the Arthur Ashe Stadium, it was former US Open finalist Madison Keys that emerged victorious against Sophia Kenin to book her spot in the fourth round. Meanwhile, Joanna Konta has qualified for the second week with a comfortable victory over number 33 seed Zhang Shuai. France cruised to a 47-19 victory over Italy in their final World Cup warm-up match at Stade de France. Italy took the lead after going behind to Yoann Huguet's early try when Tommaso Allan converted Mattia Bellini's try in the 21st minute. But France took control after tries from Camiscia, Antoine Dupont and Arthur Ituria followed a penalty try. The Italians complete their preparations with a warm-up against England on the 6th of September, while France begin their tournament against Argentina in Pool C on the 21st. Paris Saint-Germain beat Metz 2-0 in a Ligue 1 game briefly suspended because of a homophobic banner among home fans. Angel Di Maria had given PSG the lead with a penalty before the 2-minute delay while the banner was removed. Eric Maxime Choupo-Moting headed in PSG's second goal from Marco Verratti's free kick, his third goal in 2 games. Having picked up their first win of the season against Dijon, Bordeaux will face a tougher test this weekend against Lyon, who suffered their first defeat early this week. Leeds summer signing Victor Osimhen will look to continue his stellar form to the season with 4 goals in 3 games as his side take on an unbeaten Rennes. Arsenal and Tottenham battle for North London supremacy on Sunday in an early indicator as to who will be Manchester City and Liverpool's closest challengers for the Premier League title. Both will expect to add another 3 points before the international break as City host Brighton while Liverpool travel to Burnley. Miguel Angel Lopez reclaimed the leader's red jersey in the Vuelta a España as Alejandro Valverde won stage 7 on a summit finish at Mas de la Costa to underline his own challenge. On another punishing day of racing, Valverde emerged from an elite group to edge out Primoz Roglic, while Lopez finished third ahead of Valverde's movie star teammate Nairo Quintana. Dylan Teuns cracked inside the final 30 kilometers of Friday's brutal stage that allowed Astana's Lopez to assume the overall lead for the third time inside the first week. Nairo was setting the pace, making changes in tempo to try to take the lead alone. But Roglic and Lopez, one by one, responded well. Me too, I was always there. I knew I was the one who can be better on the sprint. I want to go day after day, enjoy and don't put pressure on myself about the general classification. Obviously, if we're in good shape, we'll not let it go and we'll give it everything until the end. On the sixth day of the Tokyo World Judo Championships, France claimed their third world title in the women's categories in 3 days with the victory of Madeleine Malonga, bringing France level with Japan on gold medals so far. This is Malonga's first ever medal at a world championship. In the men's 100k category, Portugal's Jorge Fonseca managed to hold opponent Niaz Ilazov at bay, and after 5 previous world championship attempts, Fonseca finally claimed his red back patch to become Portugal's first ever judo world champion.